Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it. And the Jaguars will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Air Force's offense will have the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Finds his man. It's Jordan. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, Katie bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Alabama! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
7, Air Force, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no big...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
The Jaguars trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The option look. He'll keep it himself. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. To the ground with the back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Second down coming up.
On the option. Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. We've reached the end of the period. It's South Alabama holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. This is a designed run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. Pickup of 5. It'll be third down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass. It's Tollefson. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Gonna swing it on second down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. The Jaguars are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And the Jaguars will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Quick strike complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. At the 35, he's open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Smart move to get down with the slide. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. The screen, he's got wheels. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Rush is on him. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds the tight end.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Off the play fake. On the shovel. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Jaguars send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. It's complete on the right side. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock Whitney Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the 2nd half.
Set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
This offense has it with really good field position. Here comes the option. Sweet cut there. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Give to the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Sends it back in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Trying play action. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. He'll do it himself. He'll toss it. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. Time to settle for the field goal.
That makes the score South Alabama 14, Air Force 3.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The cup
intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. The short hands, it's Allen. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds his big tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Falcons.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Jaguars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jenkins. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Zings it complete to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Jenkins. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's the handoff. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. 2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Jenkins. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please.